Salutations, cadets! I am your Commander Pika. Season 19 is almost upon us, so it's time to wrap up Season of Plunder and prep for what's to come. This guide will be split into two sections. Checklist. Tasks and loot you should get before the season's end so you don't lose out on loot. And prep list. Tasks you can do to make the start of next season go by more smoothly. Let's dive in. Make sure to complete the season pass for those juicy rewards. You can always claim them after the new season starts via the Bungie site, but you can't earn XP for that pass, so level it to get what you want. If you are short on time and or a free player, then focus on getting to rank 35. That will give you access to the Delicate Tomb Exotic Fusion, its Catalyst from Banshee, and the curated Brigand's Law sidearm with Threat Detector and Volt Shot. Next, make sure to accomplish those seasonal challenges. They reward XP, Bright Dust, and seasonal currency to upgrade the Star Chart vendor in the Helm. And if you complete 75 of them out of the total 78, you'll get the big pile of Bright Dust that gives 4,000 dust. If short on time, focus on the seasonal currency so you don't have to worry about doing that next season when there is a new shiny stuff to do, and what gives you Bright Dust. If you're interested in the in-game and IRL cosmetic options, make sure to complete certain triumphs, seals, and challenges to earn them in-game and have the opportunity to buy them at the Bungie store. On screen are all the purchasable items that have a cutoff date around the launch of next season. The current seasonal title Scallywag will still be earnable in-game next season, as seasons aren't removed until the new yearly expansion, but it's best to get them out of the way now due to potential lower population and interest of old activities when a new season hits. Most important for new and free players, head to the Helm and claim all the loot from the Gift of the Thunder God chest. Bungie's site mentions it'll only be around for Season of Plunder, so get it before it's gone. What's great for new and free players is that it gives you access to the exotics Thunderlord, Curus of the Falling Star, Getaway Artist, and Liar's Handshake, all normally locked behind expansion DLC. Additionally, you get the Witch Queen weapons of Come to Pass and Tarnation, which both have solid PvE roles, and, most importantly, 4 combat charge with light mods, Sustained Charge, Stacks on Stacks, Heavy Handed, and Supercharged. All great pickups that normally rely on 801 to randomly sell in the tower. Make sure to visit and claim rank up rewards and packages from the vendors in the tower. New seasons reset their ranks and rewards, so what you don't claim, you lose. For the core playlist vendors, Shax, Zavala, and Drifter, if you can, ideally claim their packages after you have reset their reputation. The more resets, the more perks that can appear in column 3 and 4 of their weapons. This maxes out at 3 perks in column 3 and 4 once you have reset their rank 4 times. So, if you want more perks, wait to claim until the very end of the season. The last week of the season should also be a great time to grind reputation, as it usually has double rep for all core playlists. Season 19 will see a change to player economy, removing the use of planet materials. You'll still be able to be exchanged for Glimmer at Rahul, however, at a reduced rate. Currently, it's 10,000 Glimmer for 20 planet materials. Next season, it'll only give 5,000 Glimmer, so turn them in now to maximize returns, and exchange them for masterworking materials and modules, as their planet mat requirements will be substituted for legendary shards, in the case you find yourself planet rich but legendary shard poor. The time this video goes live, the final Iron Banner of the season is underway. Once Lord Saladin leaves on Tuesday reset, whatever rewards you didn't claim will be lost, so make sure to pick them up. Additionally, the Reese Walker Shotgun and Forge's Pledge Pulse Rifle will be leaving the Iron Banner loot pool, so this is the last time to obtain them until Bungie possibly adds them back in a far future season. Similarly, make sure to claim rewards and engrams from Saint 14 in the hangar for Trials of Osiris gear. Anything unclaimed will be lost. Additionally, the Aisha's Embrace Scout and Reed's Regret Linear Fusion Rifle will be leaving the loot pool, so grab a god roll while you can. You have until the final day of the season to pick them up at Saint 14. For those spiffy guardians, make sure to complete all armor synthesis or transmog bounties at 801 to make ornaments out of your gear collection. Remember, you can only do 10 bounties per character per season, have 15 synth weave in your appearance customization screen, and 5 synth cord in your consumables inventory tab. To be efficient, make sure to grab bounties for whatever activities you find yourself doing. Do note, the Gambit and Crucible bounties usually take the longest, as they usually have a requirement of do 8 of the activity on a specific subclass. If you want to quickly grind them out, I recommend the Raid and Dungeon bounty. These can be done solo, just delete and repurchase until you get the 50 challenging combatants, 100 orbs of power, or 150 of each element's kill bounty. The first can easily be done in the opening to the free Prophecy dungeon. The others are easy to accomplish at the opening to Grasp of Avarice, Last Wish Shiroichi checkpoint, and the Shattered Throne Thrallway. Lastly, take the time to either unwind and step away from the game so you can come back fresh for the new stuff, or check off some miscellaneous boxes. Maybe finally tackle some solo flawless challenges. How about craft and level your seasonal weapons that you've been neglecting? Go back to complete some old triumphs and seals? Dive into Dares of Eternity to earn the 30th anniversary weapon patterns, or upgrade some forgotten exotic weapon catalysts. Now, for those of you that want to be ready and prepped for next season, to make the start faster and easier, this is for you. If you want a simple resource to stay organized, head on over to destinyrecipes.com. There, use their pre-season checklist to give you a list of currencies and XP to grab, and their vault cleaner to better organize your inventory. Neither are must-use resources, but options to be aware of. For the basics of new season prep, you need materials and space. For materials, try to stock up on grindy endgame materials such as shards, prisms, cores, elements, and alloy. That way you can enjoy the new season stuff without having to deviate for materials. Armor masterworking materials most easily come from high-level nightfalls. The higher the level, the greater the drops. The most efficient option is waiting to farm the final GM of the season, Fallen Saber, as it is an easy and short strike, about 10 to 15 minutes. Focusing on crafting materials, make sure to reach 10,000 resonant elements by completing deep sight resonant weapons and leveling up crafted guns. For the harder to come by harmonic alloy, hop into some raids like King's Fall and dismantle what weapons drop. Lastly, Ascendant alloy. Farming depends on time and party size. If you are rich in legendary shards, remember to buy one a week at Master Rahul. Playing solo or relaxing, then bind at the end of the containment activity or do the match-made lowest difficulty weekly Witch Queen mission. For full grind mode, get a squad and complete the master version of Catch Crash, Wellspring, or Witch Queen weekly mission. Looking for more legendary shards, then remember to turn in all your vendor packages, engrams, and umbrals, dismantle for shards. Otherwise, look for activities that drop the most loot, such as Dares of Eternity, Containment, Catch Crash, and Expedition. For Bright Dust, besides seasonal challenges and pass, remember to do the core playlist vendor's weekly powerful Do 8 Bounties objective. That will reward you with 120 dust. Otherwise, farm repeatable bounties, strike bounties are the quickest and easiest. Head on over to Banshee or slot in Modularity Ghost mods to cap out on upgrade modules. And make sure to top off on Glimmer. If you want to store Glimmer, make some exotic ships and sparrows like Zavala's Authority to effectively store 5,000 Glimmer in your inventory. Deepstone Crypt weapons will be craftable next season and with new roles, so if you want to purchase them, make sure you have raid spoils. Just do any raid or get a group to farm King's Fall. Make sure to have an exotic cipher handy. You never know if they throw something nice in the exotic kiosk or if Zell sells a spicy roll in the first week. Lastly, for those that don't want to do Legend or Master Lost sectors at the launch of a season for the new exotic armor, then you can store them in your Postmaster. To do so, make sure your character has a full Engram inventory. Then grind out lost sectors, usually when it's fast and easy. Any exotic Engram you get will stay as an Engram and go to your Postmaster. When you claim it, it will decrypt to whatever armor slot is dropping from the currently active lost sector. Just be careful, the Postmaster isn't intended for storage, so what you lose is on you. This can similarly be done for new Trials gear as well. Before the end of the season, claim but don't decrypt all your Trials Engrams from Saint 14. When the new season starts, the loot pool will be updated, and decrypting those engrams should pull from the updated pool. The other aspect is space, making sure you have room in your inventory for all the new loot and leveling fodder that comes with the new season. So head on over to that overflowing vault. Your goal is to get at least 50 free spaces. The more the better, but 50 gives you decent breathing room for a day. Be systematic about it. Start with weapons. Do you have a random roll weapon you can instead craft? Do you need to reuse that weapon? Are there better alternatives in your vaults? For exotic weapons, have you used them recently? Remember, all exotic weapons, except Hawkmoon and DMT, can be reclaimed from your collections. Only you can be the judge and final say of what is worth keeping. Compare the best you can. To help, maybe look up some weapon reviews and guides. For me, I have DIM and D2 Gunsmith or Light.gg open. I compare what I have with what my ideal role would be based on available perks. For armor, that's a bit more complicated. Everyone has their own stat splits, builds, and thresholds. To clean out the trash, start with a conservative cutoff. Let's say, for new players, be more forgiving, scrap any armor less than 56 stats. For veterans, you know what you want, so raise that to maybe 60 to 62. After that, make some loadouts. Use DIM's Loadout Optimizer or D2 Armor Picker to make some builds. Make as many as you like, this will help give you loadouts that achieve your stat splits and build desires, as well as show you what armor is worth keeping. The more loadouts, the more helpful it will be seeing what armor never fits into your builds. After that, flag all your armor worth keeping, locking it, favoring it, writing notes, etc. Whatever you didn't mark and use, now decide if you want to dismantle. And as a last precaution, make sure to demod all your gear. Past bugs have caused mods and even armor slots to vanish from characters' inventory because they've had seasonal mods slotted in them when the seasons changed. Bungie has stated they fixed it, but it never hurts to be careful. Either do this manually or hit the Strip Sockets button in DIM before the new season. Hopefully this helps you maximize your remaining time in the season and prep for the next. Remember, if you don't want to do any of it, then don't feel pressured to do so. There will always be loot to chase and enemies to shoot. If there was something I missed or other recommendations, leave them down in the comments. And if you found this useful, then a like and subscribe is always appreciated. As always, I am your Commander Pika. Be kind, have fun, and I'll see you on the battlefield.